Surprise, 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 surprise. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Watch Up Our Reviews. This is your boy James, where I am here to give my honest review, or in this case, give y'all some updates of where I've been while trying to wash my mouth. But y'all know for damn sure that is not about to happen today. So, I already lost that bet. But anyways, we'll live to fight another day. Joining me, my co-host, Mrs. Beth. Y'all say what's up to her.
What's poppin'? Like the video. Thank you for having me.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new here. Please subscribe to me, and any videos that I don't cover on my channel, like reality TV shows that y'all are interested in wanting me to cover, go to Mrs. Best channel because they're all there. We got Basketball Wives that is just ended, but it'll come back eventually. We have let's see, Love and Hip Hop, which is a hot mess right now. I'm so mad I missed that live. The Valley's reunion was a hot mess. I'm so mad I missed that live. Yeah, so mad I'm missing Mrs. Best channel, but she is doing great nonetheless without me and holding it down. So y'all go ahead and subscribe to her channel and show my girl some love. And we want to thank everybody who has come to my channel. And whenever I post this and I talk about Shana's channel, we want to say thank you guys if you guys followed our instructions to subscribe or even given her the watch hours, because Shana is remonetized. So we want to thank you guys so much for supporting her, so much for letting her get remonetized, because this may keep her on YouTube, because that's what we want. We want Shana back here on YouTube. We want her full time. She devotes a lot to this, does a lot with her channel, and it only seems fair. And actually, I hope she gets a lot more than what she ever got before. That's all I'm gonna say. Shani been in up in here since I created this live, so she's always here first. So I'm gonna show her little messages here. Hi, Shani. Thank you for being here tonight. I so appreciate you. Once again, thank you guys. And so, while I'm opening up the floodgates of that, where have I been? So if you guys have not watched my last maybe 3 or 4, ooh, there go that motorcycle again. He never ceased to fail at this time. But if you guys have watched my last 3 to 4 videos, I've explained that I unfortunately got injured at my place of employment. And unfortunately, I had to have immediate surgery. So with the immediate surgery, I'm only 9 days away from the surgery date. I went into surgery. It was outpatient, so I was immediately returned home, or to my mother's home, because she lives on the ground floor. I live on the 3rd floor, so I haven't been in my own home for a minute. But directly, yes, I've had surgery, and I'm still recovering, you guys. This is a long journey ahead of me. So what this video is, and what me and Mrs. Best plan to do, we're going to try to keep this as entertaining and as light as possible. But in all seriousness, I just want to let you guys know that I'm not fully returning back to YouTube for another couple of weeks. It is a lot for me to get up on here in this recovery phase of mine. I still have a lot of work to do, but I had some time today to kind of come back, show my face, and kind of let you guys know, what's been going on with me. So, but yeah, I've just got out of surgery, and it's been a rough few days. I'm not gonna lie, but every day I'm getting better. Every day I'm trying to find the strength to, get up. I am on crutches and a complete brace that is about to drive me crazy. So, you guys know. Um, my hallway looks different. I have to watch some videos. I didn't think it did. This room is empty. All that's in here is my desk, because this is my office. So there's not much in here. So
It's because
directly, I
the
don't know.
door is open. It's like when before we ever went live, when he moved to his apartment, I was thinking it was like a hallway or something, and he was explaining to me there's a mirror and some doors and some other stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
so
that.
that is a mirror on this side of me. That's a mirror. That is the walk-in closet for my office. So that's a mirror. So if it looks like it's a very large room, it's really not. But that does, I see what you guys are saying. Looking at it from the camera point of view, it does look like it's a larger room. No, this is a very small room. That's just a mirror. Um, you're allowed to laugh. You got stitches. I don't want to crack jokes, and you laugh hard and pop. So, child, I'm already afraid I'm gonna pop one of them. So I mean, we can laugh all day long. That's okay. That's already a natural fear of mine anyway. So let's go ahead and crack the joke. So, uh, but let's talk about things. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let me put up that little the little imagery for y'all so y'all know what we talking about. But Love and Marriage Huntsville, Mrs. Best, have you been watching since we've been on hiatus?
Unfortunately, I have.
Ugh. And
I
how
feel
do you
like
feel?
I gotta keep up with it just because Carlos be having these shows on time on television from the moment the 4th of July hit all the way through the last day of Kwanzaa. So I am sure that it's supposed to take you months to heal. I feel like it will still be on TV then, and I don't want to like fall out of the loop, so I'm gonna watch. But I'm annoyed.
You annoyed. Okay. So let's talk about that annoyance. One of the things I wanted to talk about was Jalen's conversation with Maurice. So before I went in through surgery, there was a conversation that Kimmy and Maurice had about how Jalen didn't feel that Maurice was a father figure to him. And Maurice felt a way about that. He felt like, what is like, no, that can't be right. So he went and talked to Jalen about it, and Jalen pretty much told him, "Yeah, I did not feel like you loved me. I as not as much as Monster. I feel like Monster got away with a lot, and I had to do everything." And Maurice is kind of like, "Well, you're the oldest, so the oldest always has to have responsibility." And I'm just sitting there, just looking at him like, so pretty much you Cinderella this man. And then when he complains about you being the wicked old stepfather, now you want to, because it's hurting your image now. And I was just like, wow, Maurice, wow, wow, wow. Mrs. Best, how did you feel about that?
Oh my god, my sorry y'all. I'm on my phone because my computer is dead. It was tripping. It was weird to me. I don't think kids make things up. I don't think this man suddenly decided in adulthood to suddenly decide that Maurice was not a father figure. I think it is what it is. Maurice looks like he's hard to bond with in general. I think that that probably contributed to the ending of his first marriage and the brokenness of this one that they try to hide. He just
Right.
doesn't come off as a guy that's very affectionate and things like that. Even when he's talking to his own son, um, which I hate the name Monster. I'm sorry, I just do. But even when he's talking to his own son, it just seems like there's not much affection. He's one of those people that like talks at you and preaches at you instead of talking to you in a way that demonstrates he's been actively listening to what you have to say. And it'd be small stuff like that that builds rapport and helps people feel connections, especially if they're not your blood. Because a lot of us, whether we want to admit it or not, we tolerate our family because we feel like we have to because they're blood. Uh, but Maurice, I guess he kind of has some points in saying that he chose to be in Jalen's life, but I don't know. I
I
side with
mean,
Jalen on this one, and it's
I did
weird that
too.
he's even upset about it.
It's weird that he's upset about it, and then but once again, it hurts his image. So anything that hurts his image of him not being perfect, of course, he has to address it. Because I feel like Jalen was allowed to feel however he felt and carry that if Maurice was not the present father he was supposed to be, that he signed up for. Because remember, when you decide to marry a woman with children, you don't just marry the woman and the children are just obtuse. You actually have to, you know, completely be in that child's life. And I understood Jalen. I did. I understood Jalen because I kind of felt like I could see Maurice doing that. It's very, the picture that Jalen was painting about Maurice was very clear. He gave exact details, he gave exact ramifications of what he went through. And then when Maurice said, "Do you feel like I love Monster more?" It was kind of like, oh, now you're gaslighting him, which I did not like. And that was the next thing I was going to talk about is that Maurice asking that question was the complete and utter gaslight to Jalen. And I kind of felt like, how dare you ask that question?
It was also inappropriate. Like,
Right.
regardless on if he's an adult or not, you are still the parental figure. So, if you really viewed yourself as a parental figure, you would not ask a question like that. Like, I guarantee he's never asked Monster that. And the reason it is gaslighting, for those who may be confused on that, is because it would be unnatural for him to love Jaden more than Monster. It just would. Not saying he can't love the hell out of him, but it would be unnatural because one is his blood and one's not. And that's okay. But like you said, it's the image thing. And that's why I don't care for them on the show. I feel like Kimmy and Maurice just pulled this out their back pocket because they bullshitted with the DUI. They haven't had nothing to talk about in multiple seasons. We don't see much of the marriage no more. She acted weird and got funny style. So it's like they feel like, oh, let's put my son back in the mix. Like I don't like it.
I don't like it either because they could have brought this up years ago. Like Jalen's like what, almost 30 now. Like, why are y'all bringing this up now? When Jalen been on the show for the last 10 years, y'all could have brought that up at any point. But once again, it's Maurice's image, and that is going to strike up a lot of controversy, which it is obviously because we're talking about it. But
Kimmy
I just
Show didn't defend Maurice either. And now let me know, like you said, this could have been talked about. Because
yeah,
she almost seemed happy to like expose that about him.
right. Not only Kimmy, but Marceau as well. Marceau as well, and I kind of felt like that conversation at that dinner that they had where he was saying, I grew up with the golden child. Maurice was the golden child. And to me, I took that a couple different ways. Maurice either had to get the gab and he made shit funny that makes your parents laugh, and then they kind of ignore you and pay more attention to you because you were probably something that was amusing and thinking times that were hard. That's either one. Or because he is the lighter complected child out of all of them, it could have been a colorism issue. It could have been anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to pinpoint the obvious of what I've seen in Black households. So for me, when Marceau, him being the younger child, saying that Maurice was the golden child, I saw that and I can see it very clearly. It might not be for the reasons that I'm stating. I'm just, it may be a completely different reason, but I can almost see it. And we see this through dynamics all the time. For example, Jackie Christie with, her daughters. We saw that as well. A lot of people felt like it was Jackie putting the light skinned children against the dark child. And it was a lot of that. So these dynamics happen all the time. So I'm completely valid in making that a dynamic. I don't know if it's theirs, but we see it all the time. So I just feel like for me, I do think that Maurice gets off a lot being charismatic, talking and trying to confuse you, and then all of that they both do it. Him and Marcel, they both do that. Extreme over talking and try to use words, inferences, and similes and metaphors to confuse the hell out of you, so that way you don't
I
reproach them with
think
the same question.
also Maurice does that, but I think it's so obvious and easy to catch that it's not as witty as he would like it to look. But what I do know is though I don't really care for Marceau as a husband, he be getting on my nerves. He does seem to be the more down to earth and personable brother of the two. Uh, I don't know. I those two irk me, but I also feel like Marcel, he will go low, do the most, do questionable shit. But I don't feel like he's that way when it comes to kids or
Mm-hmm.
younger people. I just feel like that's one area I can't really say nothing too negative about him aside from not knowing his kids' allergies. I will never let that go. But I I can understand it and I can see it. And I feel like Marcel is the type that would take Jalen in seeing where his brother is lacking. Because they don't like to talk about shit in that family, I can tell.
No, and then what Shani said about Kimmy also makes me side eye her a little bit too in this
We've
because
been side eyeing Kimmy.
we have, but at the same time, this makes me side eye her even more than I ever had before. Like my eyes are gonna roll out my head because I can't side eye her no more. Because it's like Kimmy seeing all this and knowing her son felt all this time and never said anything to her husband, I think is like, I don't think that she's never not said anything. I think that this has been brought to Maurice's attention before. I just
Yep.
think that they're now bringing it on camera because
Because
this feels
he would
recycled.
have been, he would have shut down if it was the
Yes,
first time that something like
yes.
this was mentioned, especially around other people. He would have shut down and avoided talking about it the same way he cowered out last season with that DUI. So they've definitely discussed this before. Like I said, I think that they pay attention to the audience of the show. I think that's where this cast kind of lacks in terms of the
Yep.
OGs. They pay too
Hmm.
much attention to what the fans, the comments, all of that is saying. And people been saying they don't see Kimmy and Maurice's need on the show no more, from the biggest recappers to the smallest like ourselves. So I feel like they're doing this to have some type of a storyline and to prove that the Scots are not closed off. But it's like too little too late. Like, go away from us.
Right,
Please.
exactly. Because ain't nobody trying to recycle and have the same storyline. Like, really, if this was an issue, you should have brought it up years ago. And then if you ain't got nothing to talk about now, that means get your ass off the show. That's how I feel.
Fair.
So the next thing we're gonna talk about is the unfortunate triangle that is Ken, Latricia, and Marquez. Now,
Do we have to?
yes,
Damn.
unfortunately, we got to talk about this. Now, a lot of y'all, not a lot of y'all, just a couple of you. I had a couple someone DM me. I want to read your DM, but I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm not gonna out you like that. But someone took very big offense to me saying that if I did not know any better, I would have thought Kim wanted Marquez. And I laughed at the DM. So if you watching, hi, how you doing? I'm still gonna talk about you. So you know who you are. But they said it's not that. Why do gay people always want to make it that way? Why is it? I said, well, I responded to the comment. I said, you're entitled to your opinion in the same way I am entitled to mine. I'm going based off the action that I am seeing because no straight man that I know is going to focus so hard on his current girlfriend's current husband the way that he does. He would let them two figure it out. And if they couldn't figure out, then he would escape the home, let them figure it out. And if she still wants him and he still wants her, they would come back together and then live their life. He is inserting himself way too much for my taste because he does not have a dog in this fight. This has nothing to do with him. That he was not married to the two of them for all those years. So what does he need to be doing inserting himself now? And I said my comment is because of how much effort he is putting into trying to settle Marquez when that has nothing to do with him. Staying on the phone with him for 3 hours is crazy to me. Meeting up with him randomly is crazy to me. Wanting to make sure his feelings are censored and making sure that he has everything he needs is crazy to me to think that if I did not know any better as a gay man, I would think that's grounds for flirting and probably wanting to court me. Sorry, not sorry. That's how I feel. So the hell with what you talking about? It ain't got nothing to do with this society. It ain't got nothing to do with LGBT. It is the actions that he is partaking on reality TV that does not make any sense to me for a straight man to do with another lady's husband.
I'm going to just say this to support your statement. I don't even talk to my own husband for 3 hours at a time on the phone. That's all. I call him a lot too. I do. But we don't talk for 3 hours at a time. So I question that. I got best friends I don't talk to for 3 hours at a time on the phone. Some of them I will, like maybe one or two of them, like once a month, I'll have like a 3 hour long conversation. But that's what girls do, you know. Uh, but yeah, that's a very strange thing to do. Like either they had a lot in common or they was both bitching about Trish.
No, I am talking about Latricia, Ken, and Marquez on Love and Marriage Huntsville. We still on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Shani. But I was talking because someone had slid into my DMs. It was actually today. And they're because they're a new subscriber to me. And I'm like, why you subscribe to me? And they were telling me that this whole situation with me saying that Kim wants Marquez, like this whole gay agenda thing that they tried to be accusatory of me of. And I just told them flat out, that is my opinion. My opinion. It does. I don't know straight men that's gonna talk on the phone with a girlfriend's husband, not ex-husband, but husband, for 3 hours. What are y'all on the phone talking for 3 hours for? If Ken could come on, I want that question to be asked at the reunion. Carlos, if you watching me, which I know you don't, but that's okay. We'll live to fight another day. Ask that question at the reunion. What were y'all talking about for 3 hours? that he can't come over to the house and talk for 15 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
genuinely feel like they were discussing Trish.
You think they were comparing notes?
I don't think it was just comparing notes. I feel like the two probably do have stuff in common. And if you take her out of the equation, the two, because dudes could get along with anybody. I feel like if we
Right.
were to take Trish out of the equation, that's really the problem. Like, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, some of the stuff Ken says, in my opinion, is crazy because it's like, sir, this woman is not yours. She belongs to someone else. But at the same time, it's I just feel like people are not looking at Trish enough as the main issue. Like
No, they're
she
not.
made us thinking Marquez just walked away when it was a conversation they had based on where their marriage was at. Like she lies, she stutters. I'm trying to tell you, I feel like Trish is the true problem with these two. And I feel like they know that. And that's probably what that conversation was. It was probably something as simple as both knowing that Trish is the problem because they both done been with her. And in addition to that, they probably both want to be on the show because Ken seemed like he want to be on the show. He wants to look like Captain Saberho, and Marquez, he just seemed like he want to go wherever it's gonna make him relevant. I'm telling you,
I
Trish is
agree.
the problem. Is they probably putting on the front and all of that because Ken's big ass. Realistically, if he wanted to get to Marquez in that little scene where they almost scuffled, he could have.
To me, that just looked like sexual tension. Because what are you mad
What?
at? It did. And I'm like, who are
No.
you mad at? What are you frustrated for? It ain't got that.
That's
Once
why I
again,
think they was on the phone talking about shit for the show. Because if we really question it, like he had no reason to be mad. Like
he
they
had
just go
he
from
had no reason to
zero.
charge at him either.
He
I'm
didn't,
sorry.
but I feel like
I'm
maybe
sorry.
they discussed it or something because Marquez was so calm and Trish just sat there. So I was just looking at the whole situation like, okay, this scene seemed like some straight bullshit to a certain extent. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. The two are crazy.
The two are crazy, and I'm sorry, y'all. I know I might be stretching with this. I get it. I'm not saying that it's unrealistic or realistic of me to have these thoughts when it comes to two men. But what I'm saying is that it's odd. I don't know very many black men that operate like this. And which brings me to the conversation of his friend. I think his friend's name was Will and Chris Fletcher. When they were sitting at the barber shop and he was just trying to plead their case, and they both looked at him like, and I think it was Chris Fletcher who asked the question, "You're not marrying Marquez, you're marrying Trish." And I said, "Thank you," because even Chris Fletcher said it. Because if I did not know any better, I would assume that's what he was doing. Because why are you so passionate about this, sir? What it about this situation entice you enough to you now needed to get involved? It's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, his friend was like, I didn't like him that first season that he came on last season. I didn't like him at first, but I like him now because he's
I
actually
liked him at first because when he first came, he's the friend that's gonna hold you accountable.
right.
But still not just turn their back on you because they not moving how they want. Like I like friends like his friend, but Chris Fletcher, thank you. I
Right.
know he's shady himself, but thank you.
Yeah, because that validated my point. All I need was Chris Fletcher to come on camera and just completely validate me because I thought I was going crazy. Because
Because
I was like,
everybody had to acknowledge it. Y'all, you knew that this woman belonged to someone else when you got with her. And what's funny, Ken seems to want to push Trish to get married. If she does become his wife, what if another nigga come in and swoop on her the same way that he did? You gonna be cool with that? No, you not. He knows what he's doing is wrong. He's just trying to find every which way to make it seem right. And it's not about nothing that got to do with God or any of the legality or any of that. It's just a simple respect thing. Like even if they wasn't married, like you don't. If you start talking to your next nigga while you still with another nigga, like that's foul. You've done wrong. Both parties have done wrong. So that's right. You lose them exactly how you get them. You guys
exactly.
gotta be careful. So I'm tired. I'm tired of Ken. I don't know why Carlos puts this on our television.
I think he puts this on our television because he knows it's going to agitate us. Because at the end of the day, what else is there to agitate people with?
This
But
must be what Carlos's love life is like or something. Where's his husband? Maybe then the show could get better once he get a husband. He could value marriage. Cause I'm sick of this shit. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either, and I am just kind of like, Charles, just take a. You had 9 great seasons. Just take the loss. Just take the loss and just kind of just go forward from there because you're going to lose us with this because we don't understand this nor do we care. It's very dry. And if Trish Kidd and Marquez is your only heavy hitters from this, then I can't go forward with this. But to say, Ken, I think you may be onto something when it comes to the way he thinks. I think he just made. I think so. I'm trying to find the interview now because Bosoma St. John actually said this in an interview about a decision, um, where she says that she just makes the decision and tries to make it right, even if it's the wrong decision to make. She will try to make it right. She said this in an interview sitting down with someone, and I just remember thinking when you said that, Mrs. Best, I was like, I just saw an interview with Bose saying that. And I think that is the most illogical way to think when it comes to you making decisions with people. Businesses, I get it. Sports, I get it. But when you talk about people and love life, no, you don't never just make a wrong decision to get with a married woman and then try to make it right by trying to get her to get out of her situation by you impressing your force. That's not how this should work at all. That's why I'm like, you
That's
just
also
remind me
not love. If you love somebody, you want to give them the space to breathe so that they can actually know and you can know that they are confident in the fact that they want to be with your ass. But
Mhm.
him and that damn earring, that's why
Yes,
I'm like, I know a lot of women who will feel triggered watching it because there are baby daddies out there who are just straight bums. And I'm not saying Marquez is the best, but like, not every Negro that come to save you and is willing to pay a bill has good intentions or is the right one for you. Like he himself may be broken because you are what you attract. Just saying.
absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll see how this goes, you guys. I won't be recapping it, but that's where we are in the show so far. Yes, we got this little bullshit amongst the ladies with Letitia, Nell, and Kimmy and all this. It hasn't spiraled yet, so I'm not going to talk about it. Martell wasn't on this last episode, thank God. And I didn't see much of Destiny either, so we're happy. That's all I'm saying. Um, he give Trish a chance to breathe. She gonna blow Kitten away and float back to her husband. That could be too.
That's what needs to happen.
That could be too because I do feel like, as I said, I feel like there's certain things. I feel like it's sexual. I feel like there's certain things sexually that Marquez does that King can't do, and I think the things that King could do, which is provide, is something Marquez cannot do.
The
So she's,
broke ones will always hit it right.
yep,
That's all they
absolutely.
got.
I'm telling you, I've known a girl took care of a man for a whole 5 years because that shit was good. She said, "Look, it's the best I ever had. I will work these extra shifts. Look, he can, And then she told me he was a good cook too. So I said, well, why don't you tell him to get a job being a chef then? And then when she told me about, him being under the influence of marijuana a lot of the times where he just go to sleep right after he smoke. I said, oh, you got you one of them. Okay, gotcha. Could be me. To each his own. So
Well, when he's awake, he's giving her the best 5 minutes of her life at least twice daily.
probably enough for her to take care of for 5 years. I think he got another girl pregnant. I think that's why they broke up, if I remember it correctly. Because I want to make sure. Is that who it was? No, okay, that wasn't her. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, because I'm finna lie on camera. That was not her. That was someone else. I think they broke up. I think it was a sad reason why they broke up. It was, I think he had a death in the family and he just never came back to her. Yeah, that's what happened. So, yeah. Woo-hoo, Lord Jesus. Y'all crazy. I mean, do it work, ladies? Let me know. Do it work? Because it don't work over here for me. It don't work. It don't work over here for me that well. So, but we'll see. But the next thing I'm going to talk about, y'all, I do want to pick up this show. It's called Heart and Hustle on Owned Network. It's not a Carlos King production show though. I don't know who's the producer of it. I need to read on it a little bit more. But these are the main characters of the show. We have Marina Page. She's 43, wife, mother, electrical engineer, content creator. We have to next to her with the shortcut, which I love. She is gorgeous. We have Chloe Cook. She's 44, event planner, businesswoman. We have Ro Pichardo, 39, hospitality entrepreneur. I've seen her before. I don't know where I've seen her, but I've seen her before. Latoria Lemon, 36. She's in PR. Good business to be in, especially in this day with social media. We have Alana Salisbury, 39, beauty entrepreneur. And last but not least, we have Labrina Jackson, 35. She's a spa owner. So I guess the premise of this show, because I haven't watched it yet, is
Did it
about
air?
it did.
Do
The
I need
first
to be watching this?
huh?
Do I need to be watching this?
Yes, you do, because I'm gonna start tonight.
Okay. Will you
That's why I'm
please
talking about it.
text me the after the live? Sorry, y'all. We had a little bit of business on camera. After the live, will you text me the name of the show again?
I'm gonna text you the first episode's on YouTube, so I'm gonna text you the link.
Thank
So
you.
yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. But this is a show about these entrepreneurs, building their brands, showing their family life. I guess Family Empire Houston is not coming back, and I'm going to be sad if that rumor is true because I
Is
know
that was Family Empire a Carlos King production?
yes,
You know what? I'm glad. I love the show, but I am glad if they're not coming back because I feel like Carlos King is a producer. Like you have to think when he was on RHOA, this is when we got some of the rawest moments with people and their husbands, things going down. Like everywhere he goes, chaos follows, which yes is good for TV, but then to a certain extent, I'm glad because I don't want them to ruin their family.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I do. I don't want them to ruin their family either, but it just seems like some of that drama already was seeping through the cracks. So I don't
That's
know
true. That's
if,
true.
you know, regardless if Carlos brought it to light or if someone else brought it to light, it probably was going to happen either way.
But
And
family reality shows don't really do well. None of them survive. There was that other black family in Mississippi that had that show on Bravo. One of the kids
yes,
was just
oh my gosh, I
arrested.
was just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, it
Uh,
seems like family shows never last long, at least not anymore.
hmm Yeah, and so for me, when it comes to this show, I am going to give it a chance. From what I understand, a couple of the big YouTubers are covering the show. Um, I think maybe two that I follow for sure doing the show, and they've given it a good review. So I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping, when I get back on my recovery, that it definitely keeps me in touch. Because Family Empire, when I tell y'all, I was in tuned and upset every episode just because I saw the toxicity, it was just kind of like, yes, that's what I need. I need a balanced show. But if they're not coming back, that's gonna make me sad because I want to know: did Nicole ever adopt that baby? What did they do with the land? How's Granny doing? How Aunt Nikki doing? Is she still messy? Like I want to know these things. So I'm kind of upset that they are not coming back. You know,
They post a lot.
they
They do
do. Yeah.
post a lot, and they're very involved in the community that they're in Texas. So there's some people who I don't think needed the show. I do hope they heal. I think their family's beautiful, and I love what they represent in terms of Black wealth and ownership. So
Yes. Yes, I agree. 100%. So yeah, but that's the last thing we're gonna talk about, y'all, is the hot mess that is King's Court.
nope.
I'm gonna say this because I don't even want to go over the episode because I don't know who did it. I don't know why. This was a horrible idea. Because Tyson Beckford, why are you even on the show then? I just want to know that. Why are you on the show? Um, Carlos, what are you hiding? And Thaddeus, I'm gonna need you to kind of lower your ego a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say. Are y'all watching this show? Audience, let me know because I want to come back with it because it's a lot of drama and it's a lot of mess, but it's also very unnecessary too. So, Mrs. Best, what is your factoring of King's Court and where we are with these lovely gentlemen here?
The season's a dud. I don't see, it's. I was supposed to originally cover this show, because I do cover Queen's Court. I asked James to cover it because he had an accident he didn't know he was gonna have. But
Right.
I asked James to cover it because I didn't have time based on my schedule, and he was gracious enough to do it. When I tell you, I felt so bad by episode 2 for asking, so I'd like to publicly apologize to you for that, just as I publicly asked you to do the show. I don't see the point in, like, I'll watch the season because some of the drama is good, but it's gotten to a point where we've had multiple women leave because they feel objectified, and made to chase a man. Women are not meant to chase men. So I don't like that. Thaddeus, I agree wholeheartedly with what you are putting out about him. I definitely feel like he's way too in his ego, and I think that's why he's
Yes.
alone at his age. And I think he needs to realize that face and body don't match. Tyson Beckford, beautiful man. The man is fine as hell. We can't deny it. However, he knows it,
Yes.
and he's using this opportunity to touch on a bunch of women and have women like chase after
Right.
him. I was pissed off with that list. I would have went the fuck home.
Me too.
Ain't no amount of money gonna have me signing up for a slot to spend
And then the
time.
thirsty ass women that signed up for the shit, it was like, are y'all fucking kidding me?
Like, that's not okay. You just want to go through every dead body so that you can get back to the ones you like. Because he clearly is a type. He like
Yeah.
exotic women that are not black,
Yep.
and in that order. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
Yeah.
other guy, the basketball player, he's pissing me off because he's so stuck on this the girl with the fucked up boho braids. I can't
Yes.
tell, like Lene or Janae, I can't remember her name, but he is stuck on her, and I wonder what she's gonna think, and I can't wait to get back to her. Like, if you want to be with her, brother, then be with her. Leave the show. But
It
this
gives
is
that they knew each
pointless.
other before the show.
They connected and clicked way too quick. Yeah.
Yes. That's why I said, Carlos, where are you hiding? Because your connection to Janae is very weird. It's almost like y'all knew each other beforehand and y'all are playing on camera. Because there's no way I'm looking at this lady and y'all are, and you just like, oh, I want to get back to her. Like, and the premise of this show is for you to find true love. So if you already know that's what you want, then why not get her and then get off the show?
Mm.
So yeah, I'm just like I'm not feeling Carlos because I feel like either you're playing with us or you found the one, and there's nothing wrong with that. If she really is the one, great, but get off the show. Say you found your queen, and that's it. But as
Stop.
far as
Yeah.
yeah, as far as like carrying on and trying to go on dates, wasting women's time, it's like that is crazy to me. It's crazy because you don't even in his last date with oh I forgot her name. He didn't even seem interested. He was kind of like to himself. It was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
He a red flag in itself, though. I think these are all
Yeah.
terrible. You have the forever bachelor, the guy who's so stuck in his ego and does things so that he can add to his ego. And then you got the guy who's willing to marry anybody at any moment's notice.
Mhm.
Like, these are not, no shade, these are not my idea of kings. And just because people have money does not make them good contenders to date. These are people that could have stayed off reality TV. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because this actually didn't help y'all. This hurt y'all. I'm sorry. To the Pete family, Holly Robinson Pete, Rodney Pete, this was the epic fail. I'm sorry. Like, I will continue to recap the show. I'll pick up on episode 5. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit up here and watch a show and watch men just completely be
I
diabolical
know
at
they
this
got
show.
some grandkids. Go write another kids book or something. Hell.
Yeah, like, do something different. Because this ain't it. This is not it. I'm just like, I don't know about this show. Like I was watching it and I was like, oh, this ain't for me. Who wants to marry anyone? The guy on the right, when looking at this pic, they all are supposed to be finding like committed relationships throughout this TV show through the women that are contested. So the purpose of this show is King's Court, and they're supposed to find a queen throughout several groups of women that come through the show. I think there's three groups of seven women, and they're supposed to find one queen. We have one man who found someone, the very first person he picked, and has not been able to let her go. We have the one in the middle in the pink, who is pretty much putting up a dialogue of 15 minutes for each woman to sign up, so that way he can just run through them all. And then you have the one on the left that is so egotistical about everything in life. It's like, I don't understand how you would think anybody would want to be with you with that
I
ego.
also I don't think it's appropriate the ages of some of these women compared to the ages of these kings. Like Tyson Beckford, yes, handsome, beautiful man. However, this man is older, like
Yes.
much older. He's just aging like fine wine. But even with Carlos and Thaddeus, like these are older men, nearing 50. Why are there women my age, 33? Why are there like I don't care what nobody says. Y'all can say that age ain't nothing but a number stuff. I call bullshit on it. As a 33-year-old woman, I can't see myself being with nobody over the age of 45, honestly. So it's a little concerning that so many of the women are so much younger. And then some of them, no shade, well, a little bit of shade, but not to be mean. They looked a little toe up. So I just feel like they just threw this show together.
I agree. I agree. I feel like this was kind of like a desperate seeking moment where it came with a check. So I'm gonna go on the show. I don't think for Carlos it's a desperate jump out of check. I feel like he's okay financially. But the other two, I can kind of see that this being a money just based on how they're acting. It's kind of like y'all just trying to show out on TV. And every setback is a set up. You're supposed to set up your current job to get your next job. So I don't know. Maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know Thaddeus' career that well currently. In the past, I knew, but currently, I don't know what he's doing now. Tyson Beckford, I know he still does some acting and stuff like that, but I don't know anything else outside of
Thaddeus is still relevant in the wrestling community. My younger brother is obsessed with wrestling.
that.
So
Okay.
he's still relevant in that community doing things, but then he also does do a lot of philanthropic work for the community. But to me, it don't mean shit if you just gonna talk about it constantly. Let us discover what you do.
Yeah, true, true, true. But yeah, but those are the shows that I am currently recapping. When I get back, I have a slew of shows that are coming back. One being Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. You guys know Salt Lake City is one of my ultimate favorite Real Housewives franchise, at least thus far. They had a great season last season. It was epic. There was so much that has been done. They are just it was just a phenomenal season for me. I never thought I would like Salt Lake City that much when it first aired because I didn't. Um, I liked it more so when um, the first season and the second season, but I did not like it after that. I kind of fell off on it because Mary left the show and everything. But from what I'm seeing, the little teasers are putting out, Mary's going to be another hoot, and I cannot wait. So yes, I'm ready for it. I am going to do Heart and Hustle. I'm going to finish out King's Court and Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't know what other shows are anticipated to come back. Yes, I'll cover the Braxtons because somebody else asked me if I could do that show as well. Yes, I will do it. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, y'all better get to one because I'm not in the mood. That's all I'm saying. So I will be covering the Braxton. I had a lot of shows coming back, y'all. A lot of reality TV is coming back. Am I excited for it? Absolutely. No, I'm not doing Ready to Love. Whoever that was that asked me in my comments that a while ago, no, I'm not doing Ready to Love. It is messy. I will give it that. This season is very messy. But no, I don't get the concept of that show. So I won't be doing it. But Shana is covering it. So if you guys want to watch it, go over to Shayna's channel and definitely catch up with her because she is recapping that show and is keeping me very entertained. I watch it all the time. So please subscribe to Shayna's channel if you guys want to watch Ready to Love. She's the one. She's your girl because she's doing a great job with it. So, but is there anything else you want to talk about, Mrs. Best?
No, sir.
Remember, James, we can always review old episodes of shows. We can, but that's going to take a lot of work. And right now, I'm on light duty. I've sat long enough in this chair, so I got to, go lay down now. The ones that made us laugh and say, "Oh damn." Yes, but that was it, you guys. I just wanted to give you a little chef's kiss of me because I've missed you guys a lot. I cannot do much. I'm in bed a lot of the time, so I wish I could do more with you guys. I wish I could be on here more. I am going back to my mom's house Sunday, so unfortunately, I don't have space at her home to really be on YouTube that much. Like it's not a setup space, but I just wanted to give you guys something. I want to let you guys know that I am here. And, unfortunately, what happened to me was so out of the ordinary and crazy. So, we'll see what's to come from this. Hopefully I could do YouTube full time. That means y'all would have to subscribe to my channel, build my subscriber count, like the video, get my watch time hours up so I can be here with you guys a lot more. Because best believe if YouTube give me the salary that I make now, I would definitely do this full time. But they don't. So fortunately, you guys gotta kind of have to work with me on this one. And I know Mrs. Best is monetized on a couple of platforms. She's trying to teach me. So maybe one day this will be more of an adventure. But for now, I gotta
Not
say goodnight.
YouTube. Not YouTube. Jail.
I know this is the hardest one of them all, from what I'm hearing. But we're going to try our best, you guys, to be here as much as possible. I'm going to try to be here next weekend. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm trying to get cleared to come back home. I'm not cleared to come back home, you guys. I'm really not. I'm not even supposed to be here right now. But circumstances, I needed to check on my house, so I had to come here. But in real life, like I'm not clear. When I'm cleared to come back home, you guys, that's when I will be here with you. But until then, I cannot be here. It sucks. I hate it. But pray for me, pray for my healing, pray for that everything works out the way it's supposed to. And I'm grateful for all of you. I love you guys. Thank you, Mrs. Best, for being here for me. I really appreciate you as well. And to the rest of you guys, please be safe out there. Thank you for your prayers. Once again, I am so grateful for all of you. And I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.